Hello, my name is Francilia and welcome to my booktube. Today I'm doing something I probably should have done a little bit ago, but if you are new and don't know, I started this channel at the beginning of 2022 in January, and since then I have not done a Booktube tag. So here it is. I will be doing the Booktube Newbie Tag today, and I hope you find something interesting that you like and you decide to stick around. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first question is, why did you start this channel? And like I said, I started at the beginning of 2022. My first video was actually posted, I think, on the 1st of January. I've decided to start this channel because I became like entrapped in like Booktube, Bookstagram, Book Talk. Like, it was everywhere for me on my social media, and it was very interesting to me. It's very compelling, and I thought that it would be a really good way for me to read more and help get my opinions out there and help people find the books that I think deserve more love in the world. Not only to help me read more and kind of catalog my opinions on things, but also a way to kind of have stability in my life. With college, I feel like I have a lot going on all the time, but having a constant every week of uploading on Sundays is really nice. You know, it makes my week be stable and I'm really bad at sticking to things, but this has really helped me stick to like one video a week upload schedule, which has been really nice, to have something to look forward to doing every single week, and that like consistency has really been really good for me. Okay, question number 2. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? Nothing. Just kidding. Of course I have some fun and unique things. Not only am I a reader, but I have been working on a plethora of novels because I can't stick to one thing to save my life. But I'm also a creative writing minor in college, so I feel like I have a very creative outlook on books I read. I think one of the main things that I can bring to this channel is that I am a reader of anything. Obviously I have preferences, but I don't really judge a book by its genre, if that makes sense. I'm more of a, if it's appealing to me, I'll read it. You know, I like fantasy, I like romance, I like coming of age stories, the occasional murder mystery or thriller, memoirs. There are a couple of memoirs I've read and really enjoyed, and like literally anything. I'm currently reading nonfiction that I really like, so I think that one of the most unique things I have is that I'm not really stuck in one category of Booktube, if that makes sense. I'm very into everything, and if somebody wanted to recommend a book of any genre, I would be totally open to reading it, because as long as the plot sounds appealing to me, I will read it. It doesn't really matter the genre or the author or any other thing. Like, it's really just about the plot for me, and no matter how we get there, I will read it if it sounds compelling to me. So I think that that's very unique thing that I could bring to this channel. Question number 3, what are you most excited for about this new channel? Like I said, this has like really been consistency for me, which has been really nice. I think the thing I'm most excited about this channel is really expanding my reading. I haven't read as much as a lot of people have read, but I do think that this channel will help me read more, because I will want to read and be engaged in this community I'm trying to build, and I think that that's going to be an amazing journey for me to really up my book game. Number 4, why do you love reading? I feel like this is going to be such a basic answer, but I really like getting away from reality. I'm a film major, and there's this weird contrast, because when you're watching a movie, you're only engaging in like two of your senses, you know, sight and hearing, whereas when you're reading a book, you are engaging in all of your senses. You can see, you can hear, you can feel. If it's described well enough, you might even be able to smell or taste the things that are described. And I think that that is just such a unique thing. There's this study that when you read, your brain can't differentiate fictional characters from real people. And so when they die, if you're emotionally attached to them, you feel the same and you grieve the same as if a real person has died. And I think that that is very evident in the idea that you can literally immerse yourself in it, because you are getting all of your senses in when you read a book, whereas when you watch a movie, you're only engaging in two, maybe three of your senses, depending on if it's 3D or 4D. But I think that that is one of the reasons I love reading, is because I can truly immerse myself in, and I can feel what the characters are feeling, and I can become the characters in a way. Number 5, what book or series got you into reading? I have a book and a series. The first book I read that I actually enjoyed was for my AP Lit class in high school, my junior year, which was The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini, which I loved so much. It is one of my favorite books, and Khaled Hosseini is one of my favorite authors, and it really opened my door, because before that I hated reading. I was not a reader, not my thing, but reading this book really made me feel like reading had a purpose, but it wasn't like life-changing. It was just the first book I actually enjoyed reading, and it kind of like catalyzed me into wanting to read more. Cut to 2020, COVID pandemic happens, and I need something to do. I stumble onto Book Talk, and one thing leads to another, and I started the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas, which I have yet to finish. I still have 2 books left in the series, but Throne of Glass was the first book I read for pleasure, probably since I was like 5, if I'm being honest, because I was not a reader. Like in middle school, I wasn't one of those Percy Jackson kids. You know, I wasn't really a reader ever until 2020. Question number 6, what questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I think first, I just want to say my favorite booktubers are Jack Edwards, obviously, Noelle Gallagher, and Uncarly. They are like god tier in my opinion. There are a few others I really like Emmy is really good, but those 3 are just like the top of the top in my book. And I feel like something I feel is like for them, or something I'd really want to ask them is, how do you have time? Because some of these people are uploading like once a week or once every other week, and within that time it seems to, I don't know if it's real, but it seems like they read like 7 to 10 books, and I'm just like, how do you have a life outside of reading? And like another question would be like, do you actually enjoy reading, or are you just like trying to pump out the content? Because I know recently, like having only been on here for 2 months, if I haven't read a book and I don't have books to talk about, then I'll either pull from like books I've read in the past, or I will do something else related to books that isn't really related to actively reading a book. But it seems like these people read so many books, and a lot of booktubers will read like 30 books a month, and like I'm over here with like happy I got 5. And so I'm just like, how? Do you have any tips? Do you have any tricks? Do you want to pass over? Question number 7, what challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? I think that one of the hardest things will probably be, again, finding that time to read. I have been trying to find time whenever, but I think that it is one of my struggles. Number 9, where do you like to read? I love to read outside, and in my dorm, like when I walk outside, there's like this fence, and like the roof kind of goes like this and meets the fence, and there's like these like that, and there's like 2 of them, so I like sitting on the fence there. Not right now because it's really cold out recently. I really enjoyed sitting there. I think I'm gonna start doing it again this spring, and I like to go out there in the morning when there's no one there and just listen to the birds chirp and read my books. And the last question on my Booktube Newbie tag is, what kind of books do you like to read? Like I said, I like to read books that sound interesting. Doesn't really matter what they are, but I have found that most books I enjoy, that I will substitute plot for vibes, if that makes sense, are fantasy and romance. You could give me a fantasy book that has trash plot, and if the world building's compelling, I'm there. You can give me a romance book that has literally no plot, but if I love the characters and I want them together, I'm there. So those would probably be my top favorite genres, but again, I am more into plot, especially in other genres. I will read literally anything. And with that, we've concluded the Booktube Newbie tag. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and got to like learn a little something about me, about this channel. I hope you stick around and watch other videos I've posted, and I hope you come back every Sunday for a new video. I'll see you next Sunday.